I want to be a cowboy, baby. So what's up, you guys? This is AJ coming to you once again from the Thwip side, and today I'm excited to be showing you guys the McFarlane toy Spawn's Universe Gunslinger Spawn. Target exclusive, as many of you know. I made several trips to Target, did not score one, so I went elsewhere, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But just quickly looking at the packaging, I do like the packaging that we've been getting with the new wave of Spawn figures. It's just basic but clean, and I love this color. It just says Spawn, Gunslinger, Spawn. You can see the Gunslinger in there with everything it comes with. Record-breaking comic. Side, some cool artwork, just like we got with the Violator figure. A product shot. Another little product shot. And of course the mumbo jumbo on the bottom. So I'm going to open him up and then we'll take a closer look at him. And before we get into this, I just want to say real quickly that I understand why they do it, but it is a pain to get McFarlane figures out of their packaging. All the little plastic tie downs. I think it's a little bit of overkill. I understand theft and everything, but yeah, a little overkill. But anyway, starting off with the accessories as per usual. We get the stands that we get with the McFarlane toys. It says Spawn. And I kind of like brush this off, but I do appreciate those. It's nice that they include a stand. And then we get a big giant holster that goes around him for his shotgun, which I thought was really nice. The texture on it gives it a leathery look. So yeah, pretty cool. Then we get two, if I can get into focus, identical 6 shooters. I guess they are. There they are. Decent silvery paint. I like the brown on the holster, but yeah, that's cool. And then we get his big shotgun, which I think the paint, I like that brown playing off the silver. So yeah, pretty cool. Taking a look at the gunslinger himself. And I think they did a pretty good job with him. He's got, I like his duster, nice colors, appropriate textures to make it look, again, leather. Face details really cool. Love the hat with the skulls. And I love this belt with all the bullets. DC might not want Todd to make guns, but with Todd's properties, guns, which is cool. He's got some straps, holding a knife, some pouches, down to the boots, and what are these called? Gaiters, I believe. But all, anywhere it's supposed to look leathery, it does appropriately. Take a look at the back. So yeah, really like how he came out. Looks really cool. I will say, not a gripe, but I was really hoping the hat was removable. I had some ideas for some poses, but again, not a gripe, not a deal breaker. So yeah, really happy with how he came out. I also wanted to note that I really like this like gold color stitching here, and I really like his bracers, gauntlets, or whatever. But yeah, forgot to mention that. Articulation wise, I think he's pretty good. I'm starting at the head, as you can probably already tell, because of the duster, giving it that Spawn shroud look. A little hindered. He can't really go back at all, but he can tilt forward quite a bit. Of course, he goes side to side. He's got some good tilt. Shoulders, not super tight this time, which I love, because sometimes I'm afraid I'm going to break them trying to free them up. And you get the full range of movement all the way around. You get a swivel at the bicep, hidden by this spiky thing around his arm. You get sweet double jointed elbows that go all the way up. And you do get the standard hinge or whatever, where you can manipulate this everywhere, any way you want, up or down or side to side, but it is hindered because of the gauntlet. The waist is I really like the waist articulation. You get all the tilt. It's waist and abs, or, you know, torso. You get tilt, you get side to side with everything. I mean, sometimes it's hard, a little not super difficult to line this up. But what I really like is this time with those both being like that, you get a decent amount of crunch. Not the best ever, but a lot better than what we sometimes see from McFarlane. But this time, it does crunch back, or arc back quite a bit. Not super lot, but decent enough. The legs will only kick up like that far. This crotch piece gets in the way, goes back a little bit. It's not too bad. But what I was really impressed with is how far it goes out, even with the belt and the holsters. That's pretty cool. And then you get the double jointed knees, which would go all the way up, but I'm not going to push because this spike bends off it, but it would go all the way up pretty much if that wasn't in the way. Then, of course, you get the ankle articulation back, forward a little, and the rocker. Oh, and toe articulation. So yeah, really happy with the articulation on this guy. Here he is with the Spawn's Universe Violator that I just took a look at. I really like how they scale together. Of course, if I didn't have him in that bent down pose, he'd be appropriately even taller. Yeah, they look really cool together. And here's the answer to the question that I had. How would he scale? This line would scale with the MK11 Spawn. Of course, this is my custom that I worked on. Incredible figure. I would have put one of my other ones in, but anytime I get to show him off, I just love him. But anyway, unfortunately, doesn't look like they're going to scale very well, which, like I've said in the past video, I didn't think they would. And it kind of stinks because this Spawn is a perfect Spawn, body and everything. And I think they would have went well with this line. And we would have already had a Spawn to go with these guys. But that just tells me that Todd will be releasing a more appropriate Spawn for this line, which I'm sure will be cool. But yeah, I love the MK11 Spawn, and I'm going to get another one for another custom cape of the regular skin body. But yeah, so there's the answer to that. Bottom line for me is that I really like the Gunslinger Spawn. I'm super excited to have him in my collection. I do recommend him. Do I recommend going elsewhere and paying excessive amounts for him? That's a personal preference. I did just because I'm a nut and this is a new line and I wanted to get everybody in the line to start off right off the bat. But yeah, personal preference. If you stumble upon him at Target, I definitely recommend him if you're lucky. With that being said, please comment, tell me what you think. Hit that like button. Please consider subscribing. Whip that notification bell. And with that, Gunslinger Spawn will be riding off into this sunset. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.
Pew pew, yeehaw, cowpokes!